What's up, everybody? My name is Amy, and this is the Ruby Pearl Glamper True Crime Podcast. It's the way that you're sitting on top of the world. What's up, everybody? My name is Amy, and this is the Ruby Pearl Glamper True Crime Podcast. Get your wave and you're sitting on top of the world. What's up, everybody? I am very sorry about all that. That is, I don't ask me what in the hell Hyra happened. This thing just started going nuts. So, welcome everyone to the Ruby Pearl Glamper True Crime Podcast. My name is Amy. Welcome to my show. Hope everyone can hear me all right. Hope everything's coming through. Now, I do apologize for that crazy intro of about 2 different videos. So, like I said, don't ask me what happened. Anyway, wow, this has been one hell of a week. I will say, I don't know how crazier it. All I gotta say is next week is a new week, you know. Oh, before I get into tonight's topic, I want to talk about Aaron Carter for a minute. For those of you who don't know who Aaron Carter is is the younger brother of Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys. Aaron had his own career, um, several albums. He was, very successful as a kid, coming out with. He had several different albums. I took my oldest daughter to see his first tour. It was a Walmart tour. And I took Ashley and Becky to see that, and they had a big old sign. Literally, we made it on a bed sheet, and it said Aaron's Party. Come get it. And we went to Northern Arkansas to a Walmart where he was at, and just a kid, and he was getting started and building a name for himself, outside of his brother, who was very successful as a Backstreet Boy. And, for those of you that don't know too much about Aaron Carter, he comes from a very, very dysfunctional family. His parents got divorced. His mother, he and his brother have had a lot of they've had a very difficult relationship. Their sister Leslie passed away from a drug overdose. He has a twin sister named Angel, who he has had a falling out with, and in the last few years. And it's just I just can't imagine. I know what it's like to be in a dysfunctional family, but Aaron, he, being a child star and always living, in the shadow of your older brother, who he had a difficult relationship as well. I don't know if any of y'all watched the reality show House of Carters, but it was pretty horrible. And over these last few years, Aaron has gone through a lot. He suffered from addiction with all kinds of prescription medication, huffing, and different things. He's had a very tumultuous relationship with Melanie Martin, who is an Instagram model, and they just had a baby boy in November of 2021. His name is Prince. And at this current time, he and Melanie were split up again. And some of you may even be aware of Aaron's social media / public breakdown that he's been going through these last several years. He has fought living in the shadow of his older brother Nick Carter, and then now he has been branded like he's living in the shadow of Justin Bieber. Aaron is the has been Justin Bieber, so to speak. And that was difficult for him because Aaron sort of paved the way for people like Justin Bieber. And it's just sad to see his tragic life end this way. He was found dead in his home, in his bathtub. And, it's just very, very sad. So, just, just a very sad situation. Goodbye. I have a no tolerance policy here. No tolerance at all. This is my channel, and I have a no tolerance policy here. So, goodbye, pie in the sky. Anyway, some of you may know that I also lost my dog this week. My dog, Smoke. I've had him for 16 years. And he was my son. And, it's been hard being here, and I keep looking for him. I keep looking for him in his bed. I keep looking for him in my bed. Um, you know, he's not under my feet. I'm not tripping over him. He's not at the door waiting on me when I come home, and it's very lonely here without him. Somebody's a part of your life for 16 years, and they're just gone one day. While people are throwing their babies in the fucking garbage, and they don't give two shits about them. I had to bury my son this week. He may have had 4 legs, but he was still my son. And you can send the protesters away, Leilani and Billie Ho. You must give one hell of a fucking blowjob, you damn whore. Y'all can send the protesters away. You can lock them up in jail. You can put up city ordinances. You can fight the Constitution. It doesn't matter. You're still fucking guilty. Your daughter still killed your grandson. And you're responsible. You're the one that left him with her. Y'all are all responsible for that baby's death. And they're not gonna find him in that landfill. It's there. A lot of time has passed. A lot of, from the minute that dumpster got there, that, there was, all that trash was compacted and shuffled and muffled and moved around and buried and stuff. It would be a miracle if they were to find any remaining evidence of that baby. But at the end of the day, Leilani, Danny, Billie Joe, every one of y'all are responsible for that baby's death. And you have to live with that. You have to live with that. Y'all got criminals who don't even have their own damn kids as your mouthpiece. And the whole thing about, The thing is the truth is not being told to the chief. Only one side of this is being told to the chief of police. Every single person, these YouTube creators that are standing by Billie Joe and who are trying to infiltrate their way into this case as well, the ones who have falsely called the police, the ones who have shown up out there in a clown outfit, every single one of them are making money as well. So don't call Betty and Molly and Justin and Olivia and all them a money-making circus. The real circus is sitting on their ass at home across state line, not even in Georgia, not even on Buckhalter Road. One of them's not even in this damn country. And they're making money off Quinton. They're making money off talking trash about people they don't like, such as Betty and Molly and Justin and Olivia and House of Williams and ICU, everyone that's been there. Dolly, they're all sitting at home making money off streaming their videos and talking trash. That's where the real circus is. That's where the real circus is. So at the end of the day, when the protesters go away, Leilani, you still threw that baby away. And you know damn well you did. And here I go again, probably sounding like negative Nancy. Yes, she is. She's disgusting. You know what I call her, Ray Bird? I call her the Canadian crack whore. And God forbid, no offense to anybody else who's Canadian, because there are some great people in Canada. Corey Haim was from Canada. His mother still lives in Canada. God love that sweet woman. God love that sweet woman. Lori lives in Canada, you know. And believe me, they have felt the wrath of these sorry-ass YouTube creators that have caused these problems. Why do y'all want to stop the First Amendment freedom of speech? I'm very sorry, Ray Bird. Honey, please do not take that personally. She's in Saskatchewan. She looks like a damn Sasquatch. Sasquatch on crack. Yes, Raybird, please don't take that personally. The purple-haired Sasquatch from Sasquatch, Saskatchewan. Oh, I can imagine you are. I can imagine you are. And now the Mouth Ralph of the South, Blood Money Sleaze, he's wanting to go down there and insert himself into the whole ordeal. Go on with your bad self, sleaze bag. Because all of us good people here on YouTube are going to be sitting here laughing when they turn on y'all, Billie Joe and Leilani, just like they turned on the Wells. Just like they turned on Don and Candace Wells, they're going to turn on you. Don't think that they won't. Especially Sleazebag from Texas. He's always got an agenda. The purple-haired monster, she can't make up her. She's got so many personal issues of her own that I think she lets her personal issues blind her. I don't know. I hardly know the girl, to be honest with you. She's one of the ones that I chose to stay away from when I very first came to YouTube. So, she was one of those that I saw very quickly that I wanted to stay away from. But you know what? It is just, it is so shameful. What am I talking about, Ellie? Yeah, yeah. What do they need another privacy fence for, Raybird? They've already got one. It's just a way for him to make money. Just like money he never gave to Candace. He raised all kinds of damn money for Candace, and then, flipped on her, flipped on the whole mess. Yes, lots of dots. What? I haven't even had a chance to look into that, but I'm just like, God dang. Jesus, what are you waiting on? Are you, I know you're Jesus and all, but are you waiting on some kind of miracle? Because it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. There's just not enough of us hippies preaching peace and love and happiness and let's all get along and let's just be nice to each other. It ain't going to happen. And apparently parents are not going to stop killing their kids either. Sick, evil world. Okay, I will go to his channel, Lots of Dots, and check that out. I haven't even gotten to check it out. I went to the grocery store today, shopping, and yeah, I don't normally watch his either. I've watched it like here and there, but then something about his involvement or something that him having to do about with the Kylie Rodney case. Not even really sure what that was ever all about, but so I just don't. Hi, Marie Laveau. Yeah, Lord, yes, Raybird. I'm telling you, I've watched it. The whole world is a shit show. Whole world is just gone to hell in a handbasket. Yeah, I spoke about Aaron at the beginning of the show, Lots of Dots. When he did his first little Walmart tour, I took my daughter and her best friend Becky to see him, and I've got pictures. I'm gonna post them on my. I hadn't had a chance to post them on my community page yet, but they uh, they made a big sign on the bed sheet that said Aaron's party, come get it. That that was it was his first tour for his first album, and it was a Walmart tour, and they had a stage and all set up in Walmart parking lot, and just cute kid, had a very fucked up life, very fucked up life. Let's just be real about it. He came from a very, very toxic family, and battled with addiction, battled with being in the shadow of his older brother Nick. Here recently, he's battled with being the sort of being in the shadow of Justin Bieber, but he's been like oh, you're the has been Justin Bieber, you know. Um, so he was on. He and his mother were on that celebrity family boot camp or whatever. They were on there the same time that Corey Feldman and his brother and wife were on there, and it was pretty crazy. Just very, and I have watched Aaron's meltdown that he's had been having over these last few years, and all his fighting with Nick and his twin sister Angel and the rest of his family, and it's just been a sad thing to watch, and he's been through a very tumultuous relationship with Melanie Martin. They just had that baby, and unfortunately that little baby will never know his father growing up, and it's just very, very, very sad, very sad. So let me ask a minute. These charges against Jared, are they I thought I saw that, are these charges from recent, or are they from uh like a long time ago? Or I know, because I know a lot of, because of, I just mentioned Corey Feldman, he from 1992. Okay, he was one of the ones fighting to change the statute of limitations on child, SA and stuff like that. He was 17, she was 9. And she's bringing this up now, huh? Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time to sit and live with that and stew with that. I'm, like I said, I haven't had a chance to look into it yet, and and see what it's all about. Is he in jail? Is he? Oh, she finally got proof. Oh, to prove her case. Oh, okay. I see. Hmm. Just sad. An indictment. Well, have y'all heard that Ronnie Lawson's pedo son is walking free as a bird now? I'm as free as a bird now because my daddy's the sheriff of Pedoville. Isn't that some sick shit? I was on Tattooed Rebels last night, and we were discussing that, and I mean, as if my blood wasn't already boiling about everything that's happened this week with the Quinton Simon case, and them more worried about locking up protesters than they are baby killers. That just made my blood boil even worse. Just sickening. Pure sickening. But, when I've said this before, when you have a parent that's in, some sort of a government official, you can get away with all kinds of crap. I mean, I met our governor, I met his son in a strip club, drunk as hell, and he's had so many DWIs. He's had more DWIs than Cooter Brown has, and gotten out of every single one of them. Yeah, them people are going to have to wake up, Ray Bird. They're going to have to do something. Somebody's going to have to run against Ronnie Lawson for starters. Because, when you run unopposed like that, and somebody's going to have to want to bring about change. And otherwise, it's going to be just like my county always was growing up. It's all going to just be swept under the rug, And, that's all we heard out of Ronnie Lawson about Summer Wells for over a year. We don't have no new information. We're still investigating, and don't listen to any of them YouTubers. Them YouTubers are nothing but a problem. And now we've got the same thing in Chatham County. We're searching for Quinton Simon. We know his mother's the prime suspect, but we ain't found nothing yet. But in the meantime, you YouTubers go home and quit harassing these poor people, and even went so far as to go and apologize to them for having to deal with that, for having to deal with people wanting to be a voice for their son, their grandson. They weren't being a voice for him. They weren't out putting up flyers. They weren't out holding up signs. They weren't on television demanding a kidnapper bring their son home or grandson home. This is just complete horse shit. Leilani is guilty. She knows she's guilty. Billie Joe knows she's guilty. And, and they're just sitting there playing the fucking victim. And it's sickening. It is sickening. I'm just getting caught up on Summer Wells. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, That's a big mess, but you can sit and watch 10,000 YouTube videos, lots of dots, and I'll give you everything there is to know right now in the next 60 seconds. She went missing from her house in Hawkins County. Her parents say she was kidnapped, and there is no information new in her case after a year and a half, and and she's still not been found. Nobody knows where she's at, and her parents are still walking the streets. Actually, her daddy just got out of jail. That's all there is to say. And you know, now we have the same thing with Chatham County. All Chief Hadley seems concerned with is the hecklers. You know, they're protesters just like anybody else. They are protesters just like anybody else. You may not like them personally, you may not like their methods, but they're still protesters at the end of the day. And Chief Hadley's really the one that caused all this. You know, you're going to announce that the mother's the prime suspect and then you're not going to arrest her. And day after day is going to drag on. And there's clearly so many things that you could arrest her and her mama on, and you're still not doing it. Instead, you're finding some bogus ass law and way to change a law in a matter of 2 days so you can get rid of some hecklers and protesters or whatever. But you can't find nothing to arrest her for. And you know what? Mark my words. On this date, today is November 5th. Tomorrow's the 6th, Monday's the 7th. Monday's when I got to go have my SI radio frequency done. Mark my words. November 5th of 2023. We'll still be looking for Quinton Simon. I guarantee you that little boy is probably never going to see justice, just like Summer Wells. Yeah, it's already been a month since he was reported missing. And you know, the time goes, and don't ask me where it goes. I mean, I can't believe this year's already almost over. And, you know, but time passes by so fast. And, you know, I saw on Twitter some people were saying that you know, there's been talk about allegedly there being cameras at the trailer park where she dumped Quinton. That now this is just a rumor, this is not a fact. Some people were saying that the camera wasn't working. So they may oh really, Ray Bird? I know I just stopped dead sentence. Yeah. Yeah, there's some. I always title when I start talking about Hawkins County, I always compare it to, you know, Stranger Things and the city of Hawkins. strange things in Hawkins County. So yeah, you heard that too, Ellie. Um, so I guess maybe they don't have any video footage of her. I really don't know. They're not gonna let us know that for sure, and we certainly can't believe what's on Twitter without it, being confirmed. But well, when it comes back on Lots Dots, we're gonna have to have a show and talk about it. I am ready for the next season to start. So ready. Now that's when time passes by slow. When you're waiting on your show to come, like Stranger Things, and well, I watch The Handmaid's Tale, but it seems like we have to wait like 10 years, for the next season to come out. And it's just that time drags by like a snail. But other time just seems to pass by, really quickly. So we're definitely going to you and I are going to have to talk about that. So, but I mean, finding a way to get rid of the protesters, and saying because of that, I have no more faith in, them doing anything to Leilani or Quinton getting justice. I know that might sound silly, that might sound stupid, but the reason why I say that is because whether you like those people or not, they are Quinton's voice. I am Quinton's voice. You are Quinton's voice. And when you're trying to shut that voice down, it like I said, it's just like Hawkins County. We don't know nothing, but don't believe anything them YouTubers have to say either. And here we are, over a year and a half later, and no conviction, no arrest, no nothing in the Summer Wells case, and I just see this one happening just like that. So, would it have done any good if they had went and protested the police department instead of the Buckhalter Roadhouse? Probably not. But I just, find it extremely shameful that you'd rather shut down someone's right to free speech and assemble in the middle because he let a lady on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't, I kicked somebody out a while ago out of here. I have a no tolerance policy. I'm not going to tolerate no haters. I'm not going to tolerate no, yes, I feel that everyone has a right to their own opinion, but if your opinion doesn't necessarily mesh with my opinion or what I'm talking about on my show or whatever, then go somewhere else. there's plenty of hater channels out there you can go to, and y'all can just all talk smack all night long. But you're not going to do it on my show. You know, yes, I know about all this, you know, we innocent until proven guilty and blah 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 blah. You know, I know the law too. I have 3 years of criminal justice. So, you know, but it is because of shit like this that brought me into true crime. She wasn't letting no one else talk, so I left. It was, aha. You know, I do agree with that, Ellie. I do. It was getting out of hand. But there are people that because they personally hate Bullhorn Betty, they hate Molly Golightly, they hate Dolly Vision, they hate Justice for All, they hate House of Williams, they hate Olivia. Like God, how could you hate Olivia? And the only reason why they did this is it had nothing to do with Quinton. It had nothing to do with, it had to do with them hating those particular people. Would they have been talking shit if me, Lots of Dots, Ellie, if y'all, if we were down there protesting, would they have been talking that kind of crap? Hell, a lot of them people don't even know I exist as a creator. And yeah, you're right. The neighbors do have rights. They do. I agree with that. It's just it's kind of a catch-22. It's a no-win situation. Yeah. Yeah, the people that were coming in later at night, and I even told Betty, I'm like, the people that are coming in when y'all are not there, it's making y'all look bad. You know, them and them out there just literally showing their ass and stuff. And then, like I said, that one girl, she came down there specifically, and this was on, I believe, Olivia's live. Olivia or Betty one. She clearly stated, I'm not here for that baby. I'm here to piss y'all off. And she was basically inciting a riot. She was calling Dolly and everyone FAG. Yeah. Yeah. They someone in the back room that went to go that was part of his release said, who do you know? Because it's like they were going to keep him locked up till the next day. And buddy, he was out in 15 minutes flat. That went from 0 to 60 real quick. But then, like I said, that that girl, and she came down there from New Jersey. Um, and she came down there to film live for a hater channel of theirs, of the groups of Heels on the Ground. She came there specifically for her so she could stream live for her. And that just and in any protest, especially like the big protests, like where you have like pro-life and pro-choice, or something that's got Republicans and Democrats both protesting, or whatever, they keep those people separated. I remember at the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, they kept all those people separated. So, they're supposed to keep those people separated. But, that girl clearly stated she wasn't even there for Quinton or for the family or anybody. She was just there to protest the protesters that she don't like. If it had been us down there, there probably would have been nothing said. So, but you know what? Like I said, at the end of the day, when the protesters all go home and all is peaceful and quiet, they're still never going to see baby Quinton again. And because Leilani or Danny or both of them, one, killed that child, plain and simple. So any of you haters out there, or any of you supporters out there, you show me some kind of evidence that someone other than someone in that house took that child. Show me the receipts. Yeah, I kept referring to him as that baby and it and just sickening, just pure sickening. And CPS would have to be literally out of their minds to ever give the other two children back to anybody in that family. That is another problem that we are seeing in so many of these child murders and these missing children and stuff. Yeah, that kid is that CPS is failing these kids. I mean, I can't even begin to name them all that CPS has failed these children, and these children have been in foster homes and pulled out of foster homes and given back to their biological parents, and then the biological parents end up killing them. I don't think I'll ever get over Jordan Beliveau. I really don't. If y'all are not familiar with that case, look up Jordan Beliveau. His biological mother's name is Sharice Stinson. It happened in Largo, Florida. Let's see. What, 2000? 17 or 18. Um, took that child out of a Ward and June Cleaver foster home and gave him back to his biological mother, and she killed him. Same thing with Adam Montgomery, you know. So, that's one of the other problems that we're having is CPS just failing so many kids. And yes, they were out of their minds. Exactly. Yes. Her rap sheet is I don't understand why she's not even in prison for the stuff she's done. Supplying the gun for that killed somebody, fraud, theft. Um, yeah, I mean, I just don't get it. Um, some of the horrific conditions that these kids are taken out of, and yet these parents are given a year to get their shit straight, and some of them do get their shit straight, and they continue to have their shit straight to this day. But then you have some of them like Adam Montgomery who they might get their shit straight for 3 to 6 months, and then they're back on dope again, and then the whole you know failure comes in. But yeah, people, um I wouldn't, if I worked for the Humane Society, I wouldn't give Billy Joe a damn stray cat. I wouldn't give that woman custody of a stray cat. Hell, her poor little dog kept running out there in the road and stuff the whole time Betty and all them were out there. Just, it is infuriating. And I want to tell y'all something. I can't say names. Because I will. I can be sued for defamation. But I started to yesterday, I actually started to do this video last night. And then I ended up over on Rebels panel until the storm hit and my antenna fell on my car and power was going out and I had to go. Oh, yeah. Isn't that pathetic? Lots of dots. Throwing fish and onions out there. And I mean, that is just, that shows you the maturity of them people. But, yesterday, I was thinking about all this and what they had done and just the injustice of it all. And sometimes I think, maybe we're all just wasting our time. Maybe we're all just, fighting a system that you can't fight. And, fighting police corruption, because I've been fighting police corruption since 1987. And I'll be damned. I'm standing there folding clothes. and my local news comes on. And one of the people who has been named as a suspect in the murder of my friends, Don Henry and Kevin Ives, he's also been named a suspect in the murder of Keith McCaskill, who was a witness to everything that happened on the railroad tracks and stuff. One of those cops now holds a very high prestigious office here in Arkansas. And I'll be damned if he wasn't on the news yesterday. Him and his bestie, whose uncle was a part of the murder as well. And I was just like, Amy, you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting. You cannot go down without a fight. You got to keep speaking up. You got to keep speaking out. No matter if anything is ever done, and we'll never see justice for Kevin Ives and Don Henry. We'll never see justice for Keith Coney, my ex-boyfriend. We'll never see justice for Keith McCaskill and all the other people who were murdered in connection with all that. But by God, I will go to my grave, I guess, fighting injustice and fighting police corruption. It don't have to be in my hometown. It don't have to be here in the state of Arkansas. Because police corruption is everywhere. Government corruption is everywhere. So I don't have to live in Hawkins County. I don't have to live in Chatham County. I don't have to live in Denver, Colorado. I don't have to live in Salt Lake City, Utah, or Detroit, Michigan, or, I see corruption going on. I'm going to speak up about it. And I'm going to continue to be a voice for people who are not getting justice. That's just the way I am. I've wanted to give up so many times. And, I don't know. They say God has mysterious ways and weird ways of doing things. And when I was sitting there thinking about all this, watching and seeing all that injustice going on and trying to shut down Quinton's voice, they've tried to shut my voice down too. They've tried to, yeah, you asked that bald-headed son of a bitch that was on the news yesterday. He'll tell you. Him and his buddies have tried to shut my voice down. They've tried to schmooze me and get on my good side and pretend to be my friend and try and get me to shut up. Honey, mama didn't raise no fool. But it's like, I just like, you know, I was seeing people online asking Daddy, say, what, are you just going to give up? Are you just going to go home? Or are you just, that's it? No more voice for Quinton? Oh, hell no, honey. Chatham County's not heard the last of Bullhorn Betty, believe me. Mark my words. They ain't heard the last of Bullhorn Betty. And y'all don't even want to know what I was screaming at the TV yesterday when I was folding clothes looking at that bald-headed son of a bitch. Calling him a child murderer. And yet now he holds a very prestigious title here in Arkansas. Just sickening. Completely sickening. So what do you all think? Lots of dots, what do you think? You lurkers, what do y'all think? What's your 2 cents worth? I see y'all lurking. Y'all think we should continue to fight against injustice? Y'all think Quinton Simon's ever going to see justice? Will Summer Wells ever see justice? Let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel about it all. Yeah, someone has to. You got so many people that sit at home, they go about their daily lives and they don't even know what's going on out here in the world. They don't know what's going on out here in like the world of true crime and stuff. They hear about the big cases that make it to CNN and Fox News and stuff like that. Yes, they will. They will pay one day. They will pay one day. They will have to answer to the man upstairs. Leilani, Billie Joe, Don, Candace, Kirk. Y'all are all going to have to answer to the man upstairs one day. Yeah, I would like to start seeing them paying now. Some people are still Old Testament, an eye for an eye, but I feel like saying an eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind, and we're technically not supposed to live under the laws of the Old Testament. But if that's the way we have to get justice, then that's the way we have to get justice. But like with Gabby Petito, and Crystal Turner and Colin Schulte, their killers took their own lives. And it made you just, I don't know, it makes me feel cheated. It makes me feel cheated. It may for not me feel not, I'm not the one being cheated. Gabby was cheated. Colin was cheated. Crystal was cheated. I just feel like they were cheated. Because those people did not, I don't know. Justice is a weird thing. I've asked that question. What is justice? Is justice ever good enough? Is there ever an enough justice, or enough time served, or is the death penalty or a life sentence? Is that ever enough justice? Is an eye for an eye enough justice? It's a complicated thing. Yeah, definitely. Me too. I want to see some gutter trash put away. I guess all the lurkers left when I called them out. Oh well. Bye, Felicia. Looks like it's me and you again, lots of dots. Their children need. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I told Rebel last night, if he was my neighbor, I'd call him for help before I'd call law enforcement. Definitely. Especially this law enforcement. Excuse me. Especially the law enforcement I live under now. Because they're about as worthless as tits on a boar hog. It'll take them 30, 45 minutes to even get here. I called an ambulance one night. They kept calling me back because they couldn't find me. That's how far out in the sticks I am. Well, my gosh, don't y'all know what Google Maps is? Put the address in Google Maps and it'll bring you right to me. Oh, Lord. I have to move around and shuffle around because I have sciatica so bad that I'm going Monday to have my right side SI joint done, radio frequency done. I wish they could do both sides at the same time, but the way my insurance works, it'll only pay to have one side at a time done, which is so stupid. I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, that stuff's painful. And I've been going through this mess since 2013. They claim there's nothing they can do for me, and all they want to do is just keep jabbing needles in my damn back. We'll see how well it works this time, and hope to God they don't screw up again. And like they did when they did the test injections. That's why it has taken me so long to get this done, because when they did the test injections, they did something went wrong, and the medication burnt me and left a humongous blistered wound on right up at the top, top of my butt. And it spread like down into my butt. And it took 2 months for that mess to heal up. That's most painful. Oh God, that was horrible. Horrible and painful, and it got infected, and ugh. So y'all say a prayer for me Monday. I got to be there at 10. So but I sure hope that Aaron Carter finds the peace that he, needed in his life. That's when you say rest in peace, I do hope that boy finds peace. I really do, because he was in such turmoil, and it's sad and terrible that he's not going to get to see his little boy grow up, and his little boy's never going to know his dad, and live in my with a 15-year-old. Oh, yeah, well, I know people, there's a lot of people with even kids younger than that, that live with their kids and they have like 2 or 3 kids, young kids, and they live in campers and RVs and stuff, and but I with a 15-year-old, it depends on if they're homeschooled or not, because you can't, as long as you've got a kid in school, you can't really travel. That first year that I started, my daughter had not gotten married yet. Actually, she had not met her now husband yet, but she was in college. So and then her and Harley met at college, and he ended up leaving college and going into the Navy, and she stayed and did another semester, and then they got married and moved to Virginia Beach, and now they're fixing to have to move to Washington. Some they're gonna the naval base, I guess, or it's on some kind of island or something. When she first told me that they were going to have to sell the house, because they just bought a new house in Virginia Beach, and I made her all kinds of, literally made her a wreath for every season. Christmas, Halloween, football, you name it. I made her a wreath for every season. And then she was like, and had some other plans too. And then she's like, we're getting moved. We're getting, we're going to have to move to Washington. And I'm like, Washington, as in Washington, D.C., or as in Washington, Kurt Cobain, Washington? She said, Kurt Cobain, Washington. She said, just think, now we can go to the park and we can go see Kurt's old house if you come out here and all that. And I'm like, oh, it's bad enough that you live in Virginia Beach. Now you're going to be moving clear over to, the other side of the United States. And she said, well, hell, Mama, it's better than Japan. I'm like, no, hell no, you ain't going to Japan. Nope. I'm going to come kidnap you and hold you hostage. You ain't going to Japan. No way. You're not going to a foreign country. Not right now, anyway. I don't know, even if you I want to go to the Maldives. Like, I would pack a tent and literally go live on the bank in the Maldives if I could. But, like, right now, it wouldn't matter if you gave me the money to go do it. I'm terrified right now to even leave this country. You're going to wait and you might buy a tiny home on wheels with double bed lowers from the ceiling. Yeah, I have a, well, mine is a Class C, and the kitchen table doubles as a bed, and I actually did turn it into a bed. It has a real twin mattress on it. And then the loft, the overhead bunk, which was my daughter's, before she got married and moved to Virginia Beach. That was hers. And then, when she left, I turned it into basically a closet and storage. I have, of course, I have a pretty nice sized closet, but I put those three plastic, those Rubbermaid drawers, those three drawers. I've got 4 of those up there, and they're mounted down so they don't, fall when I'm driving or slide around or anything like that. And then I keep a few Christmas decorations up there, and all, and then I have my craft drawers, which is, full of all of my crafting supplies and all my paints and deco mesh and all that kind of stuff, ribbon and all of that. So it's I have absolutely everything I need. I have 2 TVs in here, Roku, DVD player, um, sink, refrigerator, I have a portable wash machine, Not inside though. I don't keep it inside. I have a tent that I like a laundry tent, and I have it set up in there, and that's where I do my laundry and all that kind of stuff. Because it's yes, I do. I rent a spot. I was traveling around and staying in different places and staying. I'm still on the lake. I'm just not directly on the lake. It's like right around the corner from me. Um, I'm at a private campground now. Um, I used to stay in a lot of the Army Corps parks and stuff, and go over to Lake Washita, and I've gone back and forth to Louisiana a couple of times to that's where my son-in-law's parents live, and but when COVID hit, and they shut everything down, you know, thousands and thousands of people around the country were displaced. And if you didn't have an actual house to go back home to, a lot of people had to find private parks, privately owned places to rent. And we found this small little privately owned place, and I've been here now, be 3 years in March. I just decided to stay because at first, it took so long to reopen everything, and then when they did reopen everything, I didn't I was still kind of leery of things getting shut back down again, because we kept seeing, spikes in the Rona and all that, and so just didn't know what was going to happen, if they were going to shut the world down again, or what they were going to do. And plus I started going back to pain management and everything, and so it was just better for me to be stationary. So I've just continued to stay here and stay stationary. I miss traveling around, and being able to go places and stuff, but my RV is one of the last of the Mohicans. It has a 440 with a 4-barrel Edelbrock on it. So if you know anything about cars, you know that it eats some gas. And the price of gas now, I mean, oh my Lord. It cost me $20 to get down the street, to the end of the street. Yeah, it's I'm happy. I'm way out in the woods. I'm still on the lake. I just go right around the corner and can still go float on my raft and swim and everything. I mean, it's really no different. I just and I don't have to deal with other people either. I don't have to deal with you know the traffic of a public campground. My dogs don't have to deal with other dogs, and so it's had a lot of its good points, you know. Um, yeah, it's peaceful. It's very, very peaceful out here, and the people that I rent from, they've actually gone back to Texas. Um, they're working on the pipelines, so they're they're in Texas doing that, and so it's, you know, I've got all what 7 acres of this property to myself. Me and my friend Michael, he lives here too, and it's just me and him here, and of course he lives in his own space, but yeah, it's quiet as church mouse out here, just peaceful and loving it, but without, I don't know, without smoke here, it's really awkward, you know. I like today when I came home from the grocery store, I didn't have to let him out first on his runner so that I could carry the groceries in. You know, um, it's funny how you learn to adapt your life around certain little quirks and certain little things, and then now now I don't have to do that, and it's odd, it's awkward. I want to sell my house and find and yeah, yeah. You know, the first couple of years, I did not. No, that's Ellie Mae. That's Ellie Mae that's on the floaty. She's my Chihuahua Min Pin, but she has taken up with Michael, my friend Michael that lives here too. So she stays over there with him a lot. She comes home every once in a while, but I mean, I see her every day, but yeah, she's taken up with him, and one of the reasons, why is because she, you know, she wants to be the center of attention. Yeah, Smoke is the bigger baby. And Ellie just didn't like sharing me with Smoke. She never has. And the older they both got, the crabbier they've both got. And so yeah, Ellie's took up with Michael. She'll come home for a couple of days, and then she'll go back over there to his place. So, and I just let her go, just whatever makes her happy. I still see her every day. She's still my dog. Actually, she's not my dog. She's my daughter's dog. But when she got married and moved to Virginia, I told her, I said, well, you're not taking Ellie Mae. So, and then I have 3 cats stray cats that I've taken in, that the landlord brought home, and last year, and then they went like I said, they were going back and forth to Texas so much that the cats took up with me. And so, but they're indoor outdoor cats. And Gabby's the only one that comes inside and, stays in here with me for a while, and piles up in the bed with me and stuff. Rosie and Little Summer, they're both skittish still, and they don't, they don't want to hang around much. Little Summer, she'll claw the crap out of you. You try to pick her up. And Rosie will let you pick her up and hold her for a minute, and then she wants down. And bless her heart, she absolutely adored Smoke. And I can't imagine that she's going to realize that he's not here no more. Because, I mean, they would pile up with him and love on him, and Rosie's just not going to know what to do. So, but anyway, it is your husband called you Rosie, even though your name is Renee. Well, Rosie is, their names are Gabby and Rose. Gabby and Rose, after Gabby Petito and her best friend Rose. Gabby and her best friend Rose looked just alike. Both blonde-headed, look like twin sisters. Well, my cats, Gabby and Rose, they are twins. I mean, it's hard to tell them apart. You can just... Rosie has just a little bit... You have to look real hard, but she looks just a little tiny bit different in the face than Gabby does. And then little baby Summer, she is a kitten. She's a black and calico kitten. And of course, she's named after Summer Wells. And, it's just kind of a way to keep their memories alive. Keep Summer and Gabby's memories alive. And so, but I just, my heart breaks for baby Quinton. My heart breaks for that child. My heart breaks for Summer. And it just pains me to think that they may never see justice. They may never see justice. But lots of dots, I'm going to go. It is 11:15 here, and I need to get some rest, and I'm tired, and so, but thank you. Well, I'm glad you came in, and everybody else who came in the chat tonight, Ellie and Marie and the lurkers. I hope y'all hit the like button, lurkers. But everyone have a wonderful night, and all we can do is hope and pray that these children are going to see justice. Rest in peace, Aaron Carter. My heart goes out to Melanie and little Prince and, the Carter family. I know that they have had their problems and things, but I know that this is gonna hurt, you know. It's gonna hurt. So, and shout out to Molly Golightly, because her and Aaron Carter were friends. So, and she's been through all the crap she's been through these last few days, and now she's had to, she's woke up to this. Her friend is gone at 34 years old, and she's dealing with her mom with cancer. And so shout out to Marissa, Molly Golightly. Honey, I know you're hurting. But everyone have a wonderful night. Again, always great to see you. Lots of dots. And everyone, please be the change that you want to see in this world. As Michael Jackson said, it starts with the man in the mirror. Good night, everyone. Peace out.